The White House has confirmed that President Donald Trump has signed a proclamation placing a 25% tariff on certain advanced computing chips that are imported to the US. The move targets high-performance AI processors, and this includes NVIDIA's H200 and AMD's MI325X, in a measure that is tied to national security concerns. The tariff follows a 9-month investigation under Section 232 of the Trade Expansion Act, which examined how imports of these advanced semiconductors affect the country's economic and defense capabilities. According to the White House and Trump, the US currently produces just 10% of the chips that it actually needs, which leaves the country heavily reliant on overseas supply chains. The tariff applies only to a specific group of high-performance chips, and notably it excludes chips that are imported for US data centers, which are major consumers of AI processors, as well as imports for startups. Civil, industrial, and public sector applications are also outside the scope of the tariff. The Commerce Secretary Howard Lutnick has the discretion to approve additional exemptions if imports are deemed critical for domestic manufacturing. And importantly, the new duty will not stack on top of the other Section 232 tariffs that cover metals, autos, and other goods. The administration heavily links chip imports to national security, highlighting that semiconductors are essential for industrial capacity, economic strength, and military capability. Many US-designed chips are manufactured abroad, especially in Taiwan, by TSMC, and the reliance on foreign production has become a key concern to them. Encouraging domestic manufacturing, the White House argues, will reduce exposure to potential supply chain disruptions in the future. This move builds on previous trade actions, including tariffs on steel, aluminium, copper, and autos. The administration has also required certain chips that are bound for China to actually pass through the US for testing, which will then subject them to the 25% tariff. Future tariffs on semiconductors and related products may be announced, potentially linked to incentives for domestic production. For investors and businesses, the tariffs underline the fragility of global semiconductor supply chains and the potential cost of dependence on foreign production. Shares in Nvidia, AMD, and Qualcomm actually fell slightly in the after-hours trading following the announcement, showing just how closely markets actually track these policies and developments. So as the US continues to push for domestic chip manufacturing while maintaining access to global markets, companies in the AI and tech sectors are going to need to carefully assess supply chains and adapt very quickly to these ongoing policy changes, because who knows what's next.